Hey folks, if you're watching this video, that means you're in either Section 1 or Section 3 of my Introduction to the Narrative in Patient-Centered Care, KINS 4096. Welcome. We are going to cover a lot of really cool stuff this semester, and I'm excited to get started with you. So, you're watching a simple course tour video that's going to just walk you through the basics of our course. The Canvas course is not fully fleshed out yet, and that's okay. There's enough there for you to get started. So let's go ahead and have you scroll through the home page. It's going to let you know what book you need to purchase and what book you can either choose to purchase on Amazon or you can download the PDF version that I've included for you here. You can see some information about me, and there's a link to my Zoom virtual office with my drop-in hours down here as well. So the syllabus link is going to be your best friend in this course. It's going to give you details about the course, materials, communications, technology requirements, etc. Different policies that are going to be important, in particular the attendance protocols and the absence policy for this class. The assignments and how those assignments are going to be graded is going to be really important. And of course, the course schedule. So this is going to be the most up-to-date place to find what you need to read for what day and what asynchronous tasks you're going to be completing. One thing I'd like you to notice about our course is that we'll be meeting synchronously on Mondays and Wednesdays. The Friday meeting that we have scheduled will not be synchronous, but will be held asynchronously. In other words, there'll be work for you to complete every Friday, but you can choose to complete that work during the time set aside for our course, or you can complete it by the deadline, which is normally 11:59 p.m. of that same Friday. I'd like you to spend your weekend reading and preparing for class on Monday. So that's going to be an important element of the course for you to take note of. You'll notice also that our material is divided into 3 large modules. Module 1, Stories and Bodies in Healthcare, where we're largely reading 2 books, as well as some supplemental PDF material. Module 2, which is called Patient Perspectives, and Module 3, Provider Perspectives. That will finish out our semester together. So for now, I have just included Module 1 and the first 2 weeks of Module 1 for you to look at. So if you click on modules, you'll see some important resources that you will explore as part of the course orientation. You'll also see the first 2 weeks of our course available for you to look at in Module 1. The most important page for you to always start with for starting a new week is the week overview. So make sure that you click that and read it first. You're also going to see text, videos, links for the week. Some of them are going to be for in-class viewing, so you don't need to look at those ahead of time. You'll also see assignments due this week and the links to those assignments. So let's go ahead and click on week 1 overview so we can get a sense of what's coming up for this first week. I will generally give a description of what we did the week before and talk you through the week that we're currently in. I'll lay out the learning objectives for the week, and finally I will list for you what you need to do for the week. So for this week, you're going to complete all the course orientation tasks to begin working on Module 1. There's nothing you need to do for Monday's class, but for Wednesday's class you will need to read and annotate 2 different texts, and the files for those texts are in week 1, Module 1, under week 1 links and readings. You're going to also write a response in your learning reflection journal using the close reading reflection questions. By Wednesday, I will have shared with you a Google Doc that will serve as your learning reflection journal for the semester. You're going to write in that during class as well as during some asynchronous sessions and in preparation for different classes. For the asynchronous task for the week, you'll see it says complete the course orientation task, complete the course orientation quiz found on the orientation page by 11:59 p.m. on Friday, August 27th. So you have a few days. The purpose of that quiz is really to familiarize you as much as possible with the most important policies and elements of the course. So the sooner you do that, honestly, the better. Okay, if you want to scroll ahead and take a look at week 2, you can feel free to do that. You'll see I will include specific questions for you to answer for specific learning reflection journal entries. I'll also include discussion questions to prepare you for formal class discussions. We'll talk more about that on our first day. Finally, I want to just click over to the Zoom link where you will see all of our recurring synchronous sessions. So those will count down as the semester goes on. You'll see fewer and fewer of those. Again, note that we are not meeting synchronously on Friday. If you want to take a look at what you're going to be doing all semester, you can click over to the Assignments tab. I recommend clicking Show by Type. You'll see that our assignments are divided into 3 main types. The Analytical Research Paper Project Assignment, which is 60% of your grade and is made up of these various components. The Reflective Writing Assignments, which is 15% of your grade, and then the Participation Assignments. There will be more assignments under participation, but for now, the only one you need to worry about is the course orientation quiz. So feel free to click through these. You'll notice when you do descriptions of the project overall, instructions for the assignment, and the rubric by which your assignment will be graded. You'll also note that many of the assignments, the writing assignments, include a row for extra credit. Extra credit is for a specific assignment when you make a Writing Center visit appointment and forward the summary report to me. And each extra credit for each assignment is 10%. So you'll notice that 10% of the 2-point assignment is 0.2 points. But if you click through and look at the different kinds of assignments we have, the assignment that's worth the most points, Draft 3, worth 25 points. And you'll see that the rubric for this assignment includes 2.5 points, 10% for the Writing Center visit. So those are some important things for you to know about how our course is set up. Something else that is important to know is the attendance link. I will set the attendance link so that you will enter a PIN using the Quickly Check-In PIN system. The PIN will be entered by me at the start of class in the chat box. If you come into class after I've entered the PIN in the chat, you will not see the PIN. The chat is only visible after you enter a course. So in that case, you will need to either ask your classmates, what's the PIN? Did anyone get the PIN? I missed it. You'll have 3 minutes to check in. We're on a very tight schedule with a 50-minute meeting, so we start class. You have a 3-minute grace period to check in, and then that's it. We're getting started. You'll get an automatic absence notification if you are late and do not check in time, and it's up to you to then email me, let me know that you were in fact present but late for class. If lateness becomes a problem for you, if you are late more than, say, 3 times, then it is possible that your further latenesses will count as absences, and those will need to be made up. And we will have a meeting to discuss that. In general, I expect most students will be on time. However, just the way you would make every effort to be on time to a physical in-person class. The last thing that I just want to point out, online etiquette. So I know that it's not always the most comfortable thing to be looking at your own face in Zoom, turning on the camera. I also know that there are many reasons why someone might not be able to have a camera on. It might be a technical issue. Your internet might not work as well if your camera's on. You might have a family issue. You might have family visiting. You might have siblings around you. It might be loud. You might have your child present. You might also have medical reasons why you don't want to have your camera on. You're not feeling well, etc. Those are all valid reasons to not have your camera on. However, in an attempt for us to make our class feel as much like a community of real humans and not just a community of robot laptops, I will require you to have your camera on unless you have a reason that you need to have your camera off. And if you do have a reason that you need to have your camera off, you don't need to explain all the details to me, but you do need to send me a message in the Zoom chat box at the start of class. Let me know, hey, Dr. Vidarte, I'm having an issue today. I'm not going to have my camera on. And that is totally fine. I will write back and say, thanks for letting me know. Otherwise, I expect that you will have your Zoom camera on and that you'll be present during class. If for some reason you need to take a break, you obviously don't need to ask permission from me, but you should go ahead and use the take a break icon in Zoom so that I know that you are getting a drink of water, going to the bathroom, closing your screen for a minute, like whatever it is you need to do. Just keep me informed, and that's really like the best way to handle almost any issue that will come up over the course of the semester. Oh, there's one last thing I wanted to point out. In the syllabus link, one thing that I've also added for you all is a frequently asked questions tab, and this covers some stuff that you might want to know, like what happens if you submit an assignment late, what if you can't figure out how to do something, why do you need to do peer review, etc., etc. So go ahead and explore those frequently asked questions. I think it'll be helpful to some of you. All right, so this has been an overview of our course site. I look forward to meeting you all tomorrow in person, and we will take it from there. Have a great 12 hours until I see you next.